Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now it's time to get in your world. Volcano Underground Radio, the livest underground radio show that you will ever find, broadcasting on the internet, coming to you directly from YouTube and the Central Media Studios. I am your boy Volcano. Look up, it's a fire burning way up in the mountain high. Look up in the steam, smoke, or ashes. When the crater starts to blow and the lava starts to flow, then you will surely know it is a volcano. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Clap it up, you damn bitches. What's up? I am your boy Volcano. I'm sitting here in the studio with your boy John.
Yeah, what up, though?
Also your boy Skiz.
Yup.
And we are here to get it in today. It is Saturday. We are live right here on a YouTube stream. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the bell, and get notifications about when we're coming back on, bringing you some more of this iridescent stuff that we like to talk about here on this show. Now, it's been a few since we've been back on here, and there's been a lot of stuff that has transpired, and I understand that the world has been in a bit of a tizzy. George H.W. Bush has passed on, and George W. Bush is handing out candy to your first Michelle Obama. And, you know, yeah, Skiz, to answer your question, since you was raising this question to us yesterday, Bush still ain't shit. All right, you know, he doesn't like black people.
But I'm saying is, like, the correlation with him, obviously him and Michelle have some type of something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we seen the interview or read it. How does that even now, you know what I'm saying, how are they looked at? Do you still look at them like they the bad guy too?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
What would change?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why though?
I the same reason I said last time.
I mean, I get that you don't like him. I get that.
My issue, like I said when we talked about this the last time, my issue with them being buddy is knowing him, knowing that man and his family's legacy and what they've done to this country and to black people, and specifically, I don't get being buddy. So either, like I said before, either she's being fake or it's WWE, which means they all acting.
It's all stage.
It's all scripted, you know what I'm saying, reality, and behind the scenes they're all friends.
Just regardless.
Right.
We got a link.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
Come directly from the page. I'll bring it up.
All right. Yeah, but that's all I had to think was with the whole candy thing. I don't know what the candy situation is, but obviously there's some type of something that they have.
Well, she said it before in the first article that they are by, you know, order of operations set to sit next to each other. When, you know, some of these things tend to happen,
right.
Whether it be a funeral, whether it be, you know, these gatherings where the presidents and the former presidents get together. Mm-hmm. They sit in order, and he is the person that's always sitting next to her.
Right.
And evidently he cracks mad jokes, and they talk mad shit with each other. And so
it's a friendly rapport.
It doesn't make the situation as tense as, you know, any other time sitting there with somebody. So that's what I think is that's what I think she really leans towards and what she goes towards when she's talking about it. Yeah, we sit here, we joke, and we have fun.
So
he makes the day.
So basically, he's making it easier for her to get through the day.
He makes the day easier to get through something like that. You see what I'm saying? So she's like, I love him. That's my buddy. That's my dog. Because we sit there and we go.
Because I don't know if y'all know, but to me, Michelle always got that look like I don't want to be here.
Why? Because she black?
No, I just see her always has that look like I could be doing something else. I mean, think about it. I mean, there's situations you've been in places you're like, I don't feel like being here. And she has that look on her face like, I don't
she probably don't want to be there.
I don't want to be here.
Don't.
And the fact that he is cracking jokes and making it a hospitable, you know, time period is probably like, all right, cool. You know, this is making it easy for me.
Yeah, so
I understand that.
That's that. I understand that. So this time it was more so a time where he did not get a chance to sit next to her. You know, so he's like, I'm gonna bring her the candy that I normally would bring her.
Going in her pocket. He was going in his pocket on the way down. It was funny that
he had it in his head already.
Heck, I'm gonna give her this candy, which I thought was kind of comical.
He had it going, off the rip. So there's no problem with that. I don't find the issue that they sit there in that moment and they talking and get it in the way they actually do, and you're not running the country anymore. You did some fucked up shit, but that was then. This is now, and I think that's kind of where it's going to and where it's at. John's still like, fuck that nigga.
You say you did some fucked up shit that was then and this is now, like, it's water under the bridge that, like, we still in a recession from your reign. Like, it's still motherfuckers who haven't recovered from the housing crisis that happened under your reign.
Right.
Like, so that ain't some shit like that was
I'm
then,
just talking about where
now.
she at. I'm just saying where she at. She's being political. She's being,
Well, that's what I said. So either she's being fake or it's all WWE. But if we're going to say it's WWE, then you have to put them in the same boat as everybody else. And that was my point last time we talked about it. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to sit here and say that she's just being political, then she's no different, than any other president and first lady. They're no different. So we have to take them off of this pedestal that we didn't put them on strictly because they're black. And let's be real, that's the only reason we put them on the pedestal. Because they black. But if we're going to say they just being political, then none of that shit matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't turn that sound
I think they're being political. I think it's just being political.
And that's cool. But again, if we going to put that label on them, then we have to take them off of the pedestal. Then that means they're politicians like everybody else. And that's it.
Yeah.
My thing is you can't have it both ways. And I'm not saying you are trying to have it both ways, but I'm saying people in general want to have it both ways when it comes to Obama, which is they want to talk about how great he is, but then as soon as you bring up some shit that he promised that he didn't do, then they go, oh, well, he's just a politician. So which one is it? It can't be both. It has to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't it be both though?
Because you can't say that you can't say that everything he does is great, but then when you bring up shit that he didn't do that wasn't great, then you say, oh well, it wasn't his fault.
But see, on that shit of it, like I look at it like this: politicians tell you everything you want to hear. So everything a politician tells me, I take it for 50% if that's gonna be true.
Right.
Because not all of them gonna give you what sounds to be like the sky is blue, the grass is green.
I got a perfect example for you. And because you done been through this way too much for my comfort. Like LeBron fans. That's how people treat Obama. Okay. Like LeBron. It's like you celebrate his victories and rationalize his defeats.
And then when his defeats come, it's like, see, that's my issue with him is that when people be like, he got swept by Golden State. Well, it's Golden State.
And then the same thing with Obama.
But then they say like, well, he never should have been in the first place with this team. But y'all didn't say that rounds 1, 2, and 3.
And it's the same
thing.
When
they was flying through teams. So
it's the same thing with Obama. It's like, well, why did he pass this bill? Well, he couldn't because everything was Republican, so he couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, which one is it? Or it can be.
You can't glorify the good, but then when the bad
ignore
comes,
the bad.
It's like, well, there's an excuse for this.
Be objective, and people can't be objective. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can highlight the good, but you also have to recognize the bad as well. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Obama was a terrible president. That's not what I'm saying.
But every president has had his faults.
Exactly. But we want to act like he has none because he's black.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have a black person run for president that's terrible, and then we're going to vote for him anyway because he's black.
Yeah.
Thinking that he's going to save us, and
he's
that's not it.
Well, see, that's like what's the John something, the motherfucker that just tried running for Congress and shit here and got his ass shot down. John Jones or whatever the fuck his name was, like the one that had his nose all the way up,
right?
Had his nose all the way up, fucking Trump sphincter and shit.
So hard.
Yeah, exactly.
So hard.
He's like that. Matter of fact, right now I'd suck his dick. That's basically what he was saying.
I was looking at that like, no. Yes, a no.
I think now with the internet, people have learned. It's like people are becoming more adept at using the language to not be objective, to be full of shit now. You know what I'm saying? It's like an art form now to be full of shit and to not be objective. You know what I'm saying? To use LeBron again, it's like when he wins, he's the greatest man alive. When he loses, it's because he didn't have enough help.
He ain't got enough team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get so tired of hearing that. That shit is so. Oh my god.
And so then they want to bring up made up stats. Like he scored the most points in 30 seconds in the second quarter of an away game in Utah. You know what I'm saying? No, Michael Jordan never did that. And it's like, wait a minute, dog. You just made that up. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world we live in now, where everybody's trying to justify the bullshit instead of just calling it what it is, which is bullshit. Yeah, just call it for what it is.
Yeah, because it's definitely bullshit. But LeBron is we not gonna go as in depth on LeBron and everything right now because fuck. But
it's just about and even going back to the Obamas, it's about being able to hold more than one thought in your head at a time. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, why can't you be both? You can be both.
We have to glorify,
but you have to acknowledge both. You have to acknowledge both. You know what I'm saying? You can be, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to always say about, to me, what made Tupac great was he was not afraid to be vulnerable enough to expose everything about himself, the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? With him, he contradicted himself all the time, but we all contradict ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he showed the complete picture. He didn't hide nothing of himself, and that's what made him so popular. Yeah. But now we live in a time now with social media and the internet and technology where we want to edit our lives to only show the highlights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty
we're going to show you the good shit. We don't want to show you the bullshit.
Right. That's pretty much what social media is. Yeah. I'm going to show you all my highlights. I ain't going to show you none of the shots I missed. I'm only going to show you all the ones I made.
All these half-court jumpers.
Yeah.
You're going to see that. You're going to see all that shit.
So, you know, nobody's being objective. Nobody's being, 100% real. Like, you have to acknowledge everything, not just the good shit. Yeah. And so, you can say, yeah, we love Michelle Obama. She's smart. She's, everything, all of that. And I find it questionable that she's friends with a Bush. To me, that's a problem. To me, it can be both. She can be great, and I want to know why you're friends with a Bush.
Now, see, that's the thing. I'm thinking. Now, I didn't read all of it. Is she's like friends outside of like the political?
That's what she said. She has mad quotes about that.
See, I don't know if it's like they.
I don't recall.
They calling each other up like, "Hey, you watching Empire tonight?" Oh, okay. Hey, what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Well, none of them. I'm not saying.
We go to these events. We go
like
to these
they go
gatherings.
To Snookers together.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying,
because see, I take it like a difference. It's a difference if they are friends like that, or if they just show up at these political gatherings that they have to be at now, and they're friends. That's a difference to me. Like at that point, if she's just being amicable for him at the point where we have to be in these gatherings and in your presence.
That's what I think it is.
I don't think it's like.
But that's not what she's saying.
Like, hey, call up George and see what's popping.
That's not what she's saying.
That's kind of what she's saying, though.
Kinda, or is it what she's saying?
I took it like that. I took it like she just.
Okay, but see, again, so where's the article? That's how you're taking it. But what did she say? Because she's saying one thing, and then y'all are taking it as something else.
Hold on, because you sent the article.
Yeah, I got it right here.
You sent the article.
Let's see. She said President Bush and I are forever seatmates because of protocol.
Right.
And that's how we sit at all official functions.
Right.
So he is my partner in crime in every major thing where all formers gather.
Yep.
To me, she's just basically putting it like when we show up to these events,
When we here, we here.
we cool. Like
When you see me play, you see me play.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all she's saying.
Yeah, she not sitting around.
Not the
like,
game.
She ain't sitting around.
Not
like,
is that all she's saying.
She not
Is that
waking up
all
like
she
they wake up in the
said?
morning like she look at Barack. Hey, like what we got? What we got for today?
Nobody's.
Hey, why don't you call George and see what's popping when they come over and we, play spades or whatever. It ain't one of them type of situations. It's just
read
at these,
everything that she said.
Because
y'all keep saying
that's
what
the
she's trying
sum
to
of
say.
it.
No, I don't want the sum.
That's what she
I want
said.
exactly what she said.
That's what she said.
No, I just want to hear what she said.
I just
not
read
your
what she said.
interpretation.
This
not
is what
none
she
of
said.
that. Because I'm looking for
President
the article
Bush
right now.
and
can't
I
find
are
it.
forever seatmates because of protocol. That's how we sit at all official functions.
Okay.
That's it.
So he is my partner in crime at every major thing where all formers gather. Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
That's it.
I love him to death.
Thank you.
He's a wonderful man.
Thank you. Yeah. Now stop.
Stop.
See?
That's what he want to hear, though. That's what he want to hear.
And this is what the media
Did she
does.
say it? Did she say it?
But she also said.
Did she say it?
They're seatmates.
I acknowledge that. But
so
you
what is
stopped.
a seatmate?
You stopped there. Why did you stop there? Why didn't you keep going? That's not all that she said.
That's what she said.
She didn't say nothing else.
She said more.
So what is she, so he's just making that shit up?
You know.
I didn't read that yet.
Yeah.
You wasn't going to read it.
Exactly. That's
because
my
you
point.
said that's what he wanted to hear.
That's my point.
I love him to death.
Acknowledge
Obama
everything she said, not just the part that show argument.
He's a wonderful man. He's a funny man. Obama expressed her affections for Bush after being asked about the moment when Bush handed her a cough drop at the September 1st funeral.
Okay, so right there. Okay,
of
so
the late
look,
Arizona Republican Senator John McCain.
She's asking about the candy. The candy happened where? At a gathering.
At a funeral.
Did she say she loved him?
She said
at
she
the
loved
funeral.
him.
Did she say she loved him?
She said
at the
she loved
funeral.
him.
I didn't ask you where they was at. I said, did she say she loved him?
You got to think about the
Does
context
he look like
of
a
it.
bitch?
Does
he look like a bitch?
You got to talk about it in the context.
So
of
Candy made her love him? A cough drop did that.
That's being political
No.
now.
So now it's being political.
No. Let's
That's
go back.
being
Let's go back. Here's
When
something
she-
else.
Okay, so there's two things here. There's two things.
George Bush has
She's-
become her partner in crime after years of sitting together at official events.
at official events. They're not saying he became my partner in crime after we shot pool at Snookers and we all went to the show. Then we went and had food at.
You're reaching. You're reaching.
But
This
see,
is what you saying.
I didn't say that.
I love him.
I said none of that.
That's what you're implying.
I'm
though.
not implying anything.
Yes, you are.
You've known me long enough to know I don't imply.
Okay, so
I'll just say this shit. I don't have to imply anything.
When she's saying two things there,
When she said I love him, what did that mean?
I love him based
Means
upon
what?
at these gatherings.
Oh my God, he is so cool. That's really what that means.
That's being political.
That's really what you got to see. And I probably said this before.
Okay, that's just like-
you
that's
got to speak in women's terms. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, I love this.
I don't
oh
know
my
about
God, I
that.
love
That's
it. That's the way they are. They love everything.
That's coming out now.
That's why is that got to be sexist?
It is.
That's the way women act.
Okay, so basically what it is this. If you
We're not gonna say, "Oh, I love it."
Some guys do.
They're gay.
So like when okay, for instance, if you a basketball team, you blow somebody out, he'd be like, "Yo, what happened?" Of course, you ain't gonna be like, "Well, we beat shot them niggas," but you can be like, "They're a great team. It was a great contest." This you give that professional answer.
Terrible analogy.
It's the same thing.
No,
so
it's not. No, it's
not.
So
It's
when
not.
she sits
not.
there, she has to say, "I love him. He's a great
No, she
guy."
doesn't.
She's being political.
Okay, so
She's
we're
being
doing
nice.
two things.
We're
doing two things.
In that moment, she loves him.
I'm taking her at her word, and then y'all are doing interpretations of what you think
It's
she
both.
means.
It's both.
No.
You taking it for her word when she says we're seatmates.
So you take it for only part of it. You take that for her
No,
word.
I know. Yeah, part of this is being her word.
So when does it stop being her word?
When she says I love him.
How do you
and all
know that?
Because we don't know that they have an actual. From what she's saying here, we don't know they have any. They're together outside of these gatherings.
They not.
So it is two things here. It's her word, and she's being political to sound good.
But you don't. But I don't understand how you.
She's playing the cards because again, I've said this before. They're the Obamas. They're the first black couple. everything they say or do is microscope.
She's not saying it for anything outside of
exactly outside of their sitting
together.
there.
How do you know that?
Because we don't know that they hang out
Because
outside of there.
Because that's the entire thing that she said. When we sit together,
if they don't have these,
we partners in crime.
If they don't have these gatherings, these funerals, do we see them together? No. So she's speaking. I have to take it for she's being political at these events, and that's it. We don't see them hanging out at the bar or see them going over each other's house.
So she's lying.
She's not lying. She's
not
being
lying.
political.
So does she love him?
Yes.
She's being political.
That's what she
Does
said.
she love him or is she being political?
We don't know.
So then how can you say
we talk about practice? What up, Phil?
So if you don't know, then you can't say whether she's being political or not if you don't know.
We have to make it that it's political because she's a politician.
You're guessing.
She's a politician.
You're guessing.
Politicians politics.
Do you know or not?
We don't. We said that.
So then you're guessing.
She's being political.
You don't know that. You just said you don't know.
But we know she's a politician.
She's not a politician. Her husband is.
Wait. She is.
She is a politician.
She's the husband of the politician.
She's a politician.
She's a wife of a politician.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's a politician.
No, politicians actually run for office and like do things.
She
in
runs
office.
offices too.
Yeah.
What office? What political office?
The presidency.
She's the first lady.
That's not a political
She was
office.
the first lady.
She keep him together. She actually runs.
That's called being a wife.
She goes around.
Which is part of it, right?
No.
If Obama dated, if Obama was married to somebody off Love and Hip Hop, shit would have been different.
What the hell? What?
What?
It was an analogy. So
it wasn't.
She was his piece to come home to help him run the country right.
That is not a political office.
That's sexist.
How? She's a wife.
So all she's supposed to do is suck his dick? That's what basically
I didn't say that. You said that.
In so many words.
Oh,
that's
you
what
said that.
No, she helps him run the office better because
she does.
She relieves the stresses.
She could cook for him. She could talk to him.
She ain't cooking shit in the White House.
No,
they got cooks for that.
She might make a good ass cake or something. We don't know that.
She's not.
You said
Obama said after
I almost forgot how dumb you are, but you remind me.
He said he had to relearn how to drive after the shit was over.
That's him.
Hey, that's her too.
She may cook every day. We don't know.
She was driving every day.
She might have.
Fuck out of here.
She was not driving.
Did you ever see them?
Secret Service not letting
her drive. No,
you never know.
You're dumb.
You might. We don't know this. Have
You're
you
dumb.
Have you ever seen her say, "Let me drive"? And they say no.
I've seen her.
You seen it?
I've seen her on television. Stephen Colbert.
Ask them to drive.
Stephen Colbert show where she said they couldn't go anywhere without Secret Service.
I didn't say go.
So you think? So you think they like? All right, you can drive, Madam First Lady.
If she
I'll
say,
ride shotgun.
If she say let me drive,
they ride in a 2-door with Secret Service shotgun.
How do you know? Okay, have you ever?
After that, did they drop a missile in a tornado? Dummy.
Have you ever heard them say? You ever seen them say, "Hey, let me drive"? And she say no.
What's the next topic?
Again, we don't know.
What's the next topic?
So, but like I said, she's being political, and she's being honest in what she is. Two things there.
Oh my God!
You just don't like the Bushes or anybody that is with the Bushes.
Why would anybody like the Bushes?
I don't know. I don't like.
There's a lot you don't know.
I don't dislike them to that point though.
Why not?
Because I don't know them. That's it.
So like them helping bring crack into the country, like you good with that?
I ain't say I was good with it, but it's like
because a nigga funny, like it's cool.
No, like I didn't say I like the Bushes, but I don't dislike the Obamas because at the
I didn't say I disliked the Obama.
You said she's the bad guy.
No, I didn't.
Didn't he say that?
No, I did not.
He said after what the Bushes did to the country, why do people like him?
Why do people like them?
We're still.
I said, see, you don't listen.
Crisis.
I said Michelle Obama can be both. I said she can be smart, intelligent, and she can be questioned for being friendly with the Bush family
at an event. So she
anywhere.
So she gotta be. She's
gotta be like fuck you everywhere they go.
Everywhere.
No, and see that's the thing.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't.
That's kind of what you're saying.
Did I say it, or is it kind of what I'm saying?
That's kind of what you're saying.
Okay,
yes.
so but did I say it though?
Okay,
is a difference.
She didn't say.
Kind of what you're saying is still kind of what you're saying.
What the fuck does kind of mean? Either I said it or I didn't.
Okay,
you kind of
did not say it, but you're alluding
if I didn't
to it.
But you alluded to it.
You can't tell. I don't allude.
You just did.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So what do you mean when you say why?
What I mean is, if you're gonna be political, you can be political and professional and blah 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 without saying I love somebody.
Okay, but she didn't do that. So
You just read that she said I love him.
okay, no.
So can she not be political in that aspect?
Without love, absolutely, you can be political.
So if she just said,
that's why I took it to.
If she just said, "This my
that's
homie,"
why I
you
took it
still
to
say
the
same
woman's
thing?
version of, "Oh my God, I love him."
I would have a problem with that.
It's oh my God, I love him. He's so funny right now, and all the rest of the shit. That's the way women speak and interact. That's all it is.
And they're being fake when they do it.
They are given a passe like description of it. Then it's not, it's not being fake to them. Like, yeah, I love him at the moment. At this moment, I love him. I love the way he actually makes his shit. That's my complete affection towards him because of the fact of
at this
he's
event,
making me
at this
happy
gathering,
at this event, so I love it.
At this gathering, he's making put it like this. At this gathering that I probably don't want to be at, he's making this hospitable for me that it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Exactly.
So he cool for that.
Yeah,
that's it.
Even after Katrina.
See, you add no, that ain't got nothing to do with this.
And none of that matters. Okay,
none of that matters to her.
That's cool.
Yeah, she just
it's not cool,
at
but
this
okay.
At this moment.
So as long as he's funny, and we can key it up because he's funny and lighthearted guy.
Kiki.
So in that moment, at this gathering, wherever we are, none of that shit he did matters.
No, I'm not saying
matters.
that, but yeah, at this moment, yeah,
None of it matters.
he's making this moment right now pretty cool.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
None
all
of it
she's
matters.
saying.
If that's the case, she fake as hell for that.
No, she's a woman.
She's
I.e., she fake as hell for that.
That's sexy.
I said it.
that is.
No, it's not. Anybody that does that is fake as hell to me.
She's making it
I'm a
hospitable.
proponent of keep that same energy, man. I don't give a fuck where we are. If hold on, wait. Hold on, let me say this.
Spotlight
let me say this.
The funeral and goes to Michelle Obama ain't shit because she ain't want to say shit.
They gonna do that regardless. They did that anyway.
They did that to Trump.
Okay.
He didn't want to say somebody.
Perfect example.
If you a piece of shit, you a piece of shit all the time. I don't care where we are. I don't care how funny you are or how many pieces of cough drops you give me. If you a piece of shit, you a piece of shit.
Perfect example.
Period.
To you.
Perfect
to
example.
me. That's what I said for me.
We went to somebody's birthday party at Tiger Stadium. Remember we went to the baseball game?
Yeah.
And there was a situation.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like this person that's there, but it's not about me to act a fool there, right?
Who said act a fool?
So you be hospitable. Now, was it faking me? Was it faking me to be sitting there and not making a situation?
So here's being hospitable is one thing. This is where I agree with John. Being hospitable is one thing, but being happy-go-lucky, kiki, ha with the motherfucker is another.
Okay, right.
And I believe that's where he's going with. We can be hospitable and be political all day, but do I have to sit here
good question.
and laugh and joke and kick it with you like everything is all cool?
So now if she don't do this interview, right, and say these words, because it's basically the words that's making it look like this, is she really...
And the actions.
What action did she just receive some candy and that was it? They sitting there and they cracking some jokes. She's just making time go
Everything
by.
You just said.
So if she don't put this interview out, is it still looked at the same way?
Because of the actions, absolutely.
But would you still look at it the same way?
I just said yes.
Without her having an interview? Because
yes.
I think right now, the fact that she says, I love him.
No, I felt like that before she said that.
This puts more on it. Like, now it's like, looked at
I felt like that before she said it.
Really?
Yes. Sorry.
See, I look at it. I look at it just like at the situation of...
You will never see me, put it like this. Let me speak for myself. You'll never see me keying, chopping it up with nobody I don't like.
Me either. But at the same time, like I said, the situation...
And I damn sure ain't gonna say I love them.
But the situation... I feel that. But the situation was...
I said this is a woman talking like this. And that is just...
That don't make it right.
Yeah, to you.
What was the first thing I said came out my mouth? To me. That was the first thing I said.
Okay. But see, in your eyes of it, to you is like, this is actually absolute how it should be. And everyone else should see it this way.
Yeah.
To be real, yeah. That's how I feel.
Exactly. So it's more than to you. You're saying to you.
Everybody should be real.
You're saying to you, but in all honesty, you're saying to everybody else.
No, to me, everybody should be real.
I just look at it like she's just making time. She's just making it for the time.
Now, some people.
I think you trying to finesse your way out of this.
No, how? Tell me how.
I think you trying to finesse.
It's a little Euro step.
It's a slight Euro step.
Tell me how.
It's a little Euro step.
Because
tell me how.
You're on the shit.
You ain't got the full James Harden.
Yeah, you're on the shit like I'm giving you the disclaimer of saying that to me I feel this should happen, but in all honesty, all y'all motherfuckers should be the way I'm saying I feel.
To me, let me try to be more crystal clear. The way I see it, everybody should keep the same energy towards each other. So, whatever you feel,
but now
however you feel towards someone is how you should feel 24/7, regardless of the situation.
That can never change.
If that is how you feel, then that is how you should feel. It should not change. It should not change based on a specific situation or setting.
Why can't it?
It has to.
That's fake to me.
Okay, so like I said, the situation is fake.
People can't be forgiven for.
That's not what I said. Based on a specific setting.
Like I said, for instance,
you can forgive and change your mind, but that's not what this is. You're talking about she's changing her view based on a setting.
Okay, so did she ever hate him in the first place?
I don't know.
We don't know.
So
that's what I'm saying. We don't know.
I mean,
what I'm saying is this:
we don't know how she felt in the beginning.
This
so to
setting,
say that she should feel the same way towards him,
and that's what
afterwards.
I'm getting at. We don't know anything other than these gatherings. We don't know if they outside, if they chummy, if they texting each other, if they hitting each other up like, yo, you watching today's episode of so-and-so.
That's all we know. I'm not guessing that she's doing any of that.
So we can't really draw this conclusion that she's fake or not.
I can't understand. Okay, so let me make this about me then. I don't see how any black person could be chummy with a bush, period.
Okay.
I mean, I can't go I can't say too much after that.
Because to me, Daddy Bush that just died was the head of CIA, helped bring crack into this country with the Iran-Contra scandal. This is not conspiracy, John, making shit up. This shit is well documented. Look it up. Then his son becomes president, United States, ignores Katrina. You know what I'm saying? That whole disaster had 9/11 happen under his watch. We still at war. Based on his decisions, the housing crisis, so much other shit. I don't understand how anybody, specifically a black person, could be chummy with him or his father.
But like I say, it's okay. So
now, if other people think that's cool, that's on them.
Now, based upon
if he goes
position,
to hand her the candy, or he goes to talk to her, and she just ignores him,
slap it out his hand.
How's that looked upon? Because she's keeping that same energy then. So if he goes like this and she like, I'm good, B. Or if he go to talk to her and she never acknowledges him, she just like.
And then what?
Like you can be, like I said before, you can be.
But how is that? How is that?
I'm not saying that's what she has to do.
So that's
a reach. All I'm saying is
she has to do then.
All I'm saying is don't be chummy. That's all I'm saying.
So that's not being chummy. So not being chummy is not acknowledging him.
No, you can acknowledge someone without being chummy. If someone says hi, you can speak back.
It's a fine line you walking in at all.
All right, this is reaching into a depth of I'm not saying it's wrong whatsoever, but there's so many like ripples to this conversation that
because it intertwines between. Like, if I don't say nothing, it's like I'm keeping my energy because I don't like you. But then if I say hi is being amicable. I don't like you. I'm not talking. There's people.
I said you could be amicable.
There's people who I work with or have share the same office with. I don't care for. I don't speak to them at all.
You just don't care for them.
I don't care for them. So, but I'm saying at the same time, I'm not saying good morning, have a good day. We just walking past each other. Or I'm not talking to them at all. Now, there's some people in a certain atmosphere that I don't care for, that I have to be, I say, sociable with, just so that it doesn't fuck up the mood of everything else. Because my negative energy, because I don't care for you, spills off onto everybody else. Like I said, the time we went to the game, I didn't care for this person sitting next to me, but it wasn't for me to make it known I don't care for them, because that's gonna fuck up the vibe.
Well, I'm not asking her to make it known that she don't care for him.
So
all I'm asking is don't be kikiing it up with him.
So all she's doing is making the situation smooth,
Okay,
so we can get through this and move.
So she did that. Is she wrong?
To me, yeah.
Okay. You would tell her she wrong?
Yeah. Yes.
But why was she wrong for making it situation?
If she explained her point, is there any way that you can understand her point?
I guess my only question is, if he does this,
it would depend on what the point is.
I guess if they had a gathering and he leans over and cracks a joke, and she does,
like if she just comes out and says, "I fuck with him like that,"
perfect example.
There's nothing I can do about that.
Example.
That's on her.
Hillary Clinton.
I still don't like it.
Hillary Clinton didn't acknowledge Trump, right?
Okay.
And the thing they like, Hillary didn't give him no acknowledgement.
She shouldn't.
So now, if that's
should.
If that's Michelle, and they sitting there the whole time, and they like, yo, she didn't acknowledge him at all. Then what did she say? I don't fuck with dudes, so I didn't talk to him.
Like, look at this. You're right, exactly.
How is that perceived?
Then here comes America. Look at this nigger bitch.
You feel me? So she's doing what she's being political.
Wait. Stop. So look at this.
That's where it gonna go.
But
that's where it's gonna go.
Okay, but guess what? She made buddy with that nigga. They've been calling her a nigga bitch since she got in office.
Okay.
They gonna call her a nigga bitch regardless of what she do. So she might as well keep it a buck.
Okay, so
because you're gonna be a nigger bitch regardless.
Okay,
so are you trying to avoid being called a nigger bitch? Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
You can't.
Okay, so back to what I was saying.
No. Because there's a lesson in this. You do realize that nothing that you can do, Volcano, will stop you from being a nigger. Right? You can play nice all you want.
To be called it? Oh, yeah.
You can play nice all you want. You can play safe.
It's still going to be somebody that's going to call you that.
You still going to be a nigger to them. So you might as well just be yourself.
So
do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so back to what I was saying.
So then what are we saying?
So back to what I was saying. So if she's sitting there and
I'm just saying, then here comes the rest of the article. It goes from being, okay, these folks are chummy and they're showing, happiness and everything at these particular moments.
Why not
versus like, oh man, they shutting it down. She's showing this, that, and the other, and all the rest of the shit, which adds on even more fuel to the fire that's already there.
She just being political to get through the situation.
So I mean, it's because like
then,
I said, it's so many different ways that can be taken.
If Bush
so
is
many
trying to
ways
talk
that can
to
be
her and just crack jokes, and she don't say nothing, and then they like, well, what happened? And she like, I just don't like the Bushes. Then what happens
is another story.
Then what happens is
and
Barack got to come back and be more political
headlines.
And more fake and clean up the fact that, well, Michelle, this and this. Now he got to clean this shit up. So all they do is let's just be amicable.
All right, thanks for the candy.
3 hours.
Oh yeah, he cool. I like him. Now, I really enjoy him.
If they was to have shown them going out to eat,
it come to reach.
It's not a reach.
No ex-presidents go out to dinner together. That's a reach.
We don't know that.
We do know that.
If Allen Iverson had of actually like not said,
I don't know where this is going already.
If Allen Iverson had just agreed,
terrible man.
If he had just agreed with the media, we wouldn't have the practice argument whatsoever. We wouldn't have. If he had just been like, okay, so people say you don't practice. You know what? I don't practice. I'm sorry. If he had just came forward and just said that shit.
But that's not how he felt.
That's not how he felt.
So that's different though.
He said the way he felt.
Right.
And now everybody's looking at him like, he ain't shit.
That's bad though.
He ain't shit. He ain't shit.
You can't use that.
But again, see, this is
every time you take it negative, they want to say, "Oh, you ain't shit."
The difference is Iverson is still an all-star Hall of Famer without practicing.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't use that.
And the idea is George W. Bush was still the president.
What the hell did that have to do with Allen Iverson?
I have no idea what you
because regardless of what he has done, regardless of what kind of attitude and everything you give it, he still has held that office. So therefore, he still has some form of prestige that people are going to give him, and people are going to hold some kind of political actions towards him because of it. They're going to say, all right, you know what? We got to sit next to each other. All right. You are or were the president. We sit here and we crack jokes. I'm just going to keep this light. I'm not going to even take
that shit way up on the mountains. I don't even know where you came with that Iverson Bush thing at?
I threw it out there. I pulled that out of nowhere.
Yeah, that shit
anyway,
way out there.
I put my microphone down. I have nothing to add to that. 'Cause that shit don't make no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
but still the bottom line is they have to sit there in that position, so they're going to act accordingly to that position. That's all that.
That's my whole thing. She just making time go by. Like I say, now if they come out with if there's some evidence ever come out that we went out for ice cream day, whatever.
Not.
You know what I'm saying? We about to go here.
Fuck them. They ain't giving me pay.
That's a difference. But is she just making it for this time period? Hey.
But it's not just her. It's anyway.
It is just her. I don't see Barack and them doing that. I don't see Barack like.
I want to move.
I want
to move in another direction here because this what just came up this week has been really sitting on my head and really trying to get me in so many ways to. I don't know. I got mixed emotions about the shit. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Y'all been seeing the whole shit that's been coming up. So there's 3 women that came forward and put out allegations and stuff about him. I don't know if y'all read any of this stuff.
I read his response.
You read his response?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen anything. So there's one woman who said that back when they were in college that he drugged and raped her. There's another woman that came and said that he caressed her arm or followed her tattoo up her dress. She has a tattoo on her arm of the solar system, and it ends up by her neck. So he followed the tattoo up her arm, and it went up under a strap, and he proceeded to go under the strap looking at this tattoo
and everything.
Yes, she let him, but to her it was creepy and wrong, so she came forward with allegations of that. Then there's another woman who came forward with allegations that she was his personal assistant. She was driving him around, taking him everywhere that he needed to go while he was doing the Cosmos episodes. And he invited her into his place where he was staying for wine and cheese. In the middle of that, they sat there for 2 hours. He talked about he needed some kind of physical release and asked her if she needed any form of releases whatsoever. And then when she was deciding that she wanted to leave, he tries to do this handshake with her where you look in each other's eyes, hold each other's hands, and like feel each other's pulses at the same thing, some kind of Indian tribal shit. And she got creeped out by the shit and she picked up and left. Next day, he told her, like, yeah, you're too distracting to be a production manager, or if you were ever trying to be that, you're too distracting. And after that, she quits. So from there, that was the original ones. Then came forth another person to say that in some way, shape, or form, he did some misconduct and everything towards her. I forget everything that was said about that accuser. Let me try to get it back up. Fourth woman claimed he drunkenly approached her that's what it was. He drunkenly approached her during a holiday party at the American Museum of Natural History in 2010. He began making crude comments and jokes towards her, and before eventually suggesting that they should both go into his office alone. All right. So now these are, 4 different women that have came forward and saying some stuff about him. Now, initially, when this stuff came out, and I'm going to use a giant word, to me, I'm like, y'all are pretty much reaching for, some, not reaching for some form of attention, but I think that some of the real issues that actually happen get overlooked and glossed over because you have these type of issues that come forward where people start making accusations and stuff and taking things the absolute wrong way when it shouldn't be, when it shouldn't have happened in this form and manner. I'm not going to say exactly what his intentions was. To me, on the outside looking in, somebody enjoys drinking and somebody is extra friendly when it comes down to everybody in general. And that extra friendliness combined with a bit of ugliness of a physical look to a person equals sexual assault. That's my take on it. That's what I'm actually thinking. I'm thinking that something was done wrong. Now I'm not going to speak about the stuff. He has a whole thing that he put out on Facebook telling about each one of these different things. He hasn't said anything about the fourth one.
Are these all from like years past?
Yes, they're all old. And he said, like, he talked about the one girl. He was like, we had a brief sexual encounter, and that was really about it. We wasn't together. We didn't have anything together, and that was it. Like, we didn't progress whatsoever. I went my way. She went hers. Last time I seen her, she was married. She was good. You know? The others, like, okay, if they had said that they were offended by this right there at that moment, I would have apologized. Like, I'm a overly, like, if you see him, you listen to him, you can kind of tell he's a over the top type of person when it comes down to talking and seeing stuff and, oh my God, that's so cool and this, that, and the other. He's one of those type of guys. So at a party, you mix with that with a person that's being drunk. He see your tattoos, like, oh, Skids, let me see that shit. And he's looking at the oh man, that's sweet. And he pulling the shit back. Hey, look at that. That's kind of the way I think that this kind of happened. Yeah, he's married. And even the same thing with the personal assistant. She's met his wife. She's, been cool with his wife. He's met this girl's parents. He's done all of these different things. So the one with going up the sleeve, I think, is the reach.
Okay,
but
what if, let's say you was outside. Let's say you was having a barbecue in your backyard.
Yeah.
Because you have a tattoo right here, correct?
Yeah.
On your chest.
Yeah.
And let's say a dude walked up, seen the tattoo on your chest, and just start going up your arm and shit like, oh, that's a nice tattoo. You'd be like, my man, take your hands off me.
That's why I said that she let him.
But it's different.
Let me pull up the.
It's different when there are a lot of times, and I've seen it to where I've seen women get grabbed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, yeah, but then if she
and sometimes and he's not a little dude.
No, he's not.
So she may have been afraid to say something to him.
Who?
The chick may have been afraid to say something to him.
About looking at the tattoo?
No, it's not about looking at the tattoo. He took his hand and traced his fingers along the whole tattoo.
No, he did more than that.
So he did more than that.
Okay, that's the production assistant and he also did tell her, like, cause he says it in his thing that she gives everybody hugs. She hugs everybody all the time. He's like, I wouldn't hug her. I would just do handshakes with her. And he said, I did tell her, like, look, you hug me, I might want more. Like, so don't hug me. That's what he said to her. That's what he said in the shit. But she says,
but then that goes. That goes back to.
This to me sounds like some other shit. This sound like the dude that's always.
Now that's the chick. Apparently, he drugged and raped.
See, when you do shit like "don't hug me," that sound like you subliminally putting that out there.
I want to fuck.
Yeah, because.
If you hug me, my dick gonna get hard.
If you
that's basically.
Like if I'm telling you,
take a page out of your book. That's kind of what he's saying.
Yeah, basically, if you say, "Don't hug me," like I'm gonna want more. That's basically saying. So if you give me a hug, that's saying.
That's saying I might grab your ass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You should know
that shit forward. Mad creepy. That's like, dude, if I go up, if I see Skids got 1 million tattoos, and I do like this to your shit, like. Damn, dog.
Be like, hey,
hold on, man. What are you doing right now?
Nah. Hold on.
Don't matter. Why you showing us the pictures
That's the picture. And see, this is why, because I hate when media does this shit, because look at her now. She look like so concerned, so sad and somber in this shit. But
they gotta paint the picture of
okay, so look at the actual picture of what they doing. He is like,
dog, look at his face. He is ready, dog. No, pull up. Go back to his picture. Go back to the picture.
He just got all the Infinity Stones. He like, finally.
Profusely.
Dog, he's about to snap this bitch to season salt. Look at her. Look.
He He is fried.
He
Look
ready, bro.
He's sweating.
Dude.
He's blowed.
He is blowed. So is it beyond the realm to think like my man?
No, look.
But look at the way. I mean, look at him. Okay, so look at him looking at the tattoo. That's him actually looking at the tattoo.
First off, no. Look at the second picture. The second picture.
She's letting him. She's showing him the arm.
This is not a thing of. Hey baby, oh shit, let me explore.
No, she showed all like you.
That's a picture. It's not a video.
No.
But in his explanation, he said he traced this shit up her arm.
Yeah, he admitted to it.
He actually has her in his hand, like looking and like he's moved.
He like,
I don't know this picture.
He like, oh, check it out. Oh, that's a sweet tat. Let me see this. This is a reach.
This is a reach to me, only because the position he's in, and she's looking at him. Look at it.
Dog,
look at where his hand is at during this picture.
We are all men. Let's stop with the bullshit, man. We are all men. We have all been drunk at a party. Look at his face, bro. Like this shit is not a reach. Look at him.
That's a reach.
The first picture.
That shit is not a reach,
the second
man.
picture makes it like a reach.
Look, they are happy and enjoying themselves.
No, somebody want to fuck in one of them pictures. Which one is it?
I mean, it could be both.
It could be.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100.
It could be.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not okaying it if he did.
Dude, just because he's this big ass nerd, don't mean he ain't about that creep life,
true,
man.
Because
I'm not saying
I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm not accusing you of doing that. But what I'm saying is, people act like, oh, it's Neil. He would never. Why? Because he a fucking nerd. They the biggest creeps out here.
Saying he would never. All I'm saying is there's a difference between Bill Cosby and like he hasn't had sex with any of these women.
I'm not accusing him of being Bill Cosby.
Okay.
What I'm saying is it is not beyond the pale for a man to grab a woman, to touch a woman, and for her to be uncomfortable and laugh it off and not say shit. Ask a woman. She'll tell you it happens all the time.
That's true. But this picture here, it looked like they are both in agreement of what this is.
Because she's laughing it off.
No, I don't think she's I just think in this picture here, she's like, this is what this picture reads to me. The first picture looked like he got that, like, I'm about to fuck shit out of her as soon as she give me the green light. The second picture looked like she's saying, yeah, that tattoo was from such and such. Oh, what else to go? And then they're going, I don't get that creepy look like, oh, let me just massage the rest of your body looking for this tattoo. I got two different pictures.
It could be either or. All I'm saying, I'm not saying what it is. What I'm saying is it could be either or.
Now that's him with the production assistant. Who looks ready in this one?
That's just a regular picture.
But see, like I said,
judging either side, him or her off pictures is wrong. Well, I'm not gonna say wrong, but it's you can't come to a conclusion based off pictures.
And then truthfully, he may be using that as because of the type of person he is. Won't nobody suspect this shit of me.
I just hate the way this shit gets laid out. It's like, okay, let's give this picture here, put this picture here. Oh, this one make him look kind of sad about it. Oh, let's put this picture.
I mean, that's
there.
what the media do.
That kind of drives.
That's what the media do.
I never really was a fan of that.
If something comes up, if something ever comes up of any of us, they not gonna take the Facebook pictures we got. They gonna go
take the absolute worst.
They gonna go find a word. They gonna find you holding the mic, yelling, and take the mic out and be like, "He's so violent and so vicious."
Exactly.
They gonna paint you like you the Hulk. That's what they do. So of course they gonna find a picture of her looking homely and on the couch and like so defenseless. And that's what media does. Though.
You said homely. I haven't heard somebody call a person homely in a while.
She didn't look homely to y'all in that picture.
I think that if you take a magnifying glass and go over any man's life, you're gonna find instances of inappropriate behavior.
Everything we just
it is what it is.
We just spoke of that. So yeah, you
may not find. I don't believe every man has raped a woman, but I can guarantee you that damn near every man has grabbed the chick's arm with the intent of showtime. But
I don't think it was okay.
I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm just saying men in general. If you look deep enough, you know what I'm saying, Because I'm gonna tell you what happens. These newspapers and these media websites, what they do is they pick a man, and then they basically put feelers out, and they say, if any woman has ever dated this man or had anything happen with this man, call us. We'll do a story on you. That's how it happens.
Right.
So I can almost guarantee if you take any man and then you find every woman that man has ever dealt with in life, you gonna find at least one or two stories of, oh, I was creeped out when he did this, or I was uncomfortable when he did that.
Oh, so she got the video. Okay, so there's a video of this whole. Oh shit! How can I put it up on here? Here, go ahead and go. I think I gotta wait to be able to share the audio and everything too. So I'm a.
Well, that's all I have on that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here.
And he ain't been charged with nothing, so he'll be all right.
Well, they said that he did agree to an investigation. Like, if y'all want to investigate, go right ahead. And he said that, like, accusations and everything can ruin marriages. It can cause a lot of problems and a lot of headaches. So be careful with the shit that you're actually doing. But he went and he detailed all the shit he came forward, which I find it.
To me, the worst thing that, from what me knowing about it so far, is that when you say don't hug me because I may want more, it's like saying
we know we're men. We know what that is.
If you give body contact to me, I'm gonna feel you up.
At the University of Texas at Austin. One day after class, she says she went to his apartment.
He asked if I wanted a glass of water, and I said, yeah, sure. And then I woke up naked on his bed. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know what was happening. And I couldn't move.
She says he raped her.
The next day, I saw him in the hallway at the department, and I asked him, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And he said, because we're in this alone, and we're in this together, and then he walked off.
Ahmed
Time
says
out.
she told a university counselor.
So she asked for some water, and then she blacks out and wakes up naked, and then she sees him in the hallway? So he just got up and left her in his apartment?
It was something else that said that she woke up and he was on top of her, or he got on top of her, or whatever. And
so he drugged the water?
I didn't know what had happened, what was happening. I couldn't move. Next day I saw him in the hallway of the department, and I asked him, how did this happen? Why did this happen? He said, because we're in this alone, we're in this together, and then he walked off. What that means?
It's a little sketchy. That's for him. His response is real sketchy. It may be. I'm pretty sure there's something in it. But to say we in this together, what does that mean when you say we in this together? And I just basically blacked out at your house.
Within months, she dropped out of school. And over the decades, she says she blamed herself. She changed her name. She had kids, got married, and divorced.
Basically, the trauma is what happened to my marriage. I was PTSD every day.
While her life was spiraling downward, Tyson's star was rising.
But when he would come on TV, I would, get triggered and run into the other room. I had gotten to the point where I had to speak out because I was borderline suicidal. I was very depressed, and I didn't know what to do.
There are now reports of 3 more women accusing Tyson of sexual misconduct.
That's so Neil. That's him. He hasn't changed. People are like, well, maybe he's changed. That proves that he hasn't changed. Not one bit.
That first went public in 2010, years before Me Too. She tried to confront him at the end of the Q&A at an event where he was on stage in a packed auditorium in San Francisco. She says the microphone was cut off, but the audience still heard her.
And I said, today is National Sexual Assault Awareness Day during National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I'm here in honor of all the people that you raped, violated, molested, assaulted, denied, disrespected.
In 2014, she filed a report with Austin police, but the statute of limitations had passed. Today, she spoke with us in her Chicago home, where she says she works as a sound healer and also writes music.
You who raped me, the one who violated me, the one who...
Song about her experience. Over the weekend, Tyson Took to Facebook to defend himself, addressing Ahmet's allegation. He said he had a brief relationship with her and remembers being intimate only a few times, all at her apartment, but the chemistry wasn't there. So he says the relationship faded quickly.
So they had sex,
She
but
said they were
the
never
chemistry
in a
wasn't there?
relationship. What would you say?
He like burying himself. That shit make him look mad suspect.
Account of what happened.
We ain't had chemistry, but I still fuck.
Why did you wait so long
That's
to say something?
we know the reason why. They strengthen numbers. So
I'm not really speaking out to get justice or revenge. I'm not trying to get acceptance. I don't really care what they think about me. That's how long it took me. You can't really say how long it takes somebody to heal or to come to terms with what happened. You know, I was in a lot of pain and I didn't know why.
You don't put a clock on how long it takes for a person to come forward and say what has happened. You know, telling what a person goes through, what's in their mind, what's on their mind, and everything. Especially when it's, you know, person to person. But I think there's a lot more. I think there's much more. And right now it's going down. It's this trial by media that's happening to him.
yeah.
So some might believe it, some might not. Some may support him, some may not. And really it's up to him. That's between him and, you know, higher powers to determine exactly what is going on with this. Something sounds massively suspect with the entire ordeal. That's all I can say. I smell something. I know what that is. Skiers, did you have anything that you would like to add?
On this? No.
Okay, so we gonna get ready. We got one last thing that we wanted to bring up here, and I want to pull up and cue it on the big screen so we can actually see this. Now, Marvel has released the trailer to the next Avengers.
I don't think that's the name of the movie either.
What?
I don't think Endgame is the name of the movie. I think they're putting it out there as a placeholder. I believe that. I don't think that's the real name of the movie.
Well, let's check this out. Because
This thing on? Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you.
so Tony just drifted into space.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
this is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
So, I'm trying to remember who all is going.
Damn near everybody. It's only Cap. At the end of the movie, it was only Cap, Black Widow.
Is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
So, because I did some digging on this. On that video, on the corner of it, that says archive. I believe Ant-Man actually has time traveled back out of the. Did you see y'all see Ant-Man and Wasp? Did y'all see Ant-Man and Wasp?
I haven't seen Ant-Man.
So at the end of Ant-Man and Wasp, he's actually into the quantum realm, and the people that are supposed to bring him back, which is Wasp and whoever else, they get snapped away. So he's stuck inside the quantum realm. So I think he time travels out of the quantum realm, and that's why Cap is fully shaven and different hair color. So when they see him on the screen, they're looking at him in the past, and that's why they kind of shook like, who is this? Because Cap don't know who he is in that video. Like, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So I think he's the only one that actually time travels back. But the Russos actually edit the trailers differently from the actual trailer, so there's no telling if any of that shit actually happens in the actual movie.
It's a nice teaser.
It is. I think they should have just said it was a teaser and not.
I think this is a teaser. This isn't a.
This is an actual trailer. Because they didn't show nothing. They showed Tony lost in space with Nebula, and that's it.
That's really about. There's nothing about fighting Thanos. There's nothing about going back, and they're not going to show that. If anything, you want to keep people going, kind of, because Captain Marvel is supposed to come out in this movie also. Am I correct?
She has to. Yeah. Marvel's supposed to help them defeat Thanos. But we don't see none of that. We don't see none of nothing. But it answered the questions like Hawkeye finally turns into Ronin. We assuming that he turns into Ronin because his family got snapped away. I don't know why he's in Japan killing folks.
Yeah.
That's, to me, it was mad light. I
was disappointed.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah. This was not the trailer when Infinity War dropped. I was like, yo.
Yeah,
this
was.
This is more like,
it has me concerned. Like they're gonna Sopranos us.
No, I'm not
you
concerned.
Seen the last episode of Sopranos?
Yeah, when it
like
just
I'm afraid that that's what the fuck we dealing with. It's a waste of my motherfucker.
Everybody has said that this movie is bigger than the first one. This is like a 3-hour movie. My only thing is
last one was
2 hours and like 20 minutes. This is like a 40-minute longer movie.
These movies get longer and longer.
Well, they actually said the 2-hour movie thing is over with. So if you're going to see Marvel from here on out, you're going to spend 2.5 hours. My thing with this is, this was them pretty much saying, we ain't got to show you shit really. You're going to come see this shit regardless.
Yeah, you're going to come see it regardless. Go get this work.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like
we just giving you something to let you know, hey, come and soon.
It's not like watching this trailer like, I'm not going to buy the tickets. I'm still going, if they don't show another trailer until the time the movie come out, we still all going to flock to the movie. I mean, that's a fact. So to me, this was the Russos pretty much like, we just gonna
fuck y'all.
Yeah. Here you
fuck
go.
Y'all.
Here. This is what you're gonna get, and that's it.
You wanted it. This is what you're gonna just to kind of throw it out there and like, hey,
I'll be even more pissed if come Super Bowl, because Super Bowl is like February, right? February 3rd.
Yeah.
If we get another teaser like that, I'm gonna be pissed, and that's gonna really be the.
No, you won't. You'll get the real deal.
No, but they've said they're gonna market this differently than they did the other movie. We might get another teaser like that in February. I'm pretty sure.
But you still gonna go.
As I'm saying, we still gonna go.
So
It ain't
it's
like
like
you're not gonna go, because it's the ending to what was the biggest Marvel movie. You're not gonna go.
What if they
trailer's
two-part
bad.
this shit? What if they make this like a midpoint between?
We still gonna go see it.
I'm gonna be pissed.
But you still gonna go see it though.
I don't think they're gonna do that, just for the simple fact that Spider-Man is coming out next year too. So they have to bring him back to life.
Spider-Man trailer supposed to come out today, actually.
Yeah, so they have to bring him back to life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they
Black
can't,
Panther's
they can't,
coming out.
Yeah,
All
they
these movies
can't.
coming out.
Can't keep jumping.
They
back
can't
and forth
stretch this too much longer because they got to bring all these characters back to life
So they
because
can
they
do
all
movies.
got solo movies coming
Yeah,
out.
they
Strange
do.
got another solo movie.
Yeah,
Black
they making
Panther.
another Guardians, and that's another thing. They didn't have Rocket in the trailer. I was looking forward to seeing him because he didn't get killed either.
But they did say Shuri's dead though.
Ooh.
Do we know that?
So on the trailer when they show Banner,
Yeah,
looking at
but
you,
they had Ant-Man's picture up too.
but next to him is Peter Parker. But,
Right.
But Peter's picture changes from Shuri to Peter.
So, but wait, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean she dead.
No, it's showing all the missing people.
Right, missing. That don't mean she dead.
Right, because Ant-Man's supposed to be dead, but he's missing.
Because I'm still thinking that Vision is gonna be in this movie too.
But if Shuri,
I think Shuri is gonna bring back
But
a
if
different
Shuri-
version of Vision.
if Shuri was in Wakanda, that's what everybody wondering. If Shuri was in Wakanda, why ain't nobody found her? And the
maybe she
Russos
don't
have-
wanna be found.
The Russos have actually said that she is gone.
They said she dead.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
So if you look back on it, her picture flashes up there. I mean, we all hope, but then again, they could be lying. So we hoping that maybe she is still alive in the movie because that brings another aspect of, well, how does this happen? So they're marketing this a lot different from everything else, which is a good strategy.
Okay, so these are all the people who died in the Infinity War. Loki,
Yep.
Heimdall,
They're
Gamora.
dead.
Yeah, they gone. Vision, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
But that's the thing. All the Guardians are not dead.
They not. Star-Lord, Groot, Drax, and Mantis.
They all dead.
No, Rocket not
Rocket is
dead.
not. Rocket
yeah.
remains.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Rocket was still there.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Rocket was seeing group. Yeah.
Marvel recently confirmed that the planned Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie remains on hold following the dismissal of James Gunn. Okay. All right, Nick Fury and Maria Hill,
Gone.
Hope Pym, Hank Pym, and Janet Van Dyne.
They disappeared. They were supposed to bring Ant-Man back out of the
That's
quantum
from the
realm.
Wasp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from Man.
Okay, so I need to go back and see that.
Yeah.
Shuri, Black Panther's sister Shuri, tries to remove the Infinity Stone from Vision's head, but it's thrown from her lab by one of Thanos' children before she can finish.
Now there's rumor that
We don't see what happens to her
Now, there's-
when half the world population
there's
disappears,
rumor
but
that
the
she
trailer
possibly got Vision
for the
out.
sequel Avengers.
Like, because the actual form of Vision, like his
Yeah,
embodiment.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I think
That she took
that Vision is
out.
going. I think she's going to make another form of Vision.
Yeah.
Because they say that she's smarter than all of them.
Yeah.
So if anybody can do it, it's
She
her.
can. Yeah.
Okay. Hawkeye, Clem Baron, Pepper Potts. Here's who went MIA.
Now, here's the other thing too. Pepper has been seen on set in her own suit. So they're thinking that somehow this message that Tony gets to her, she gets the message somehow and takes this super suit and flies and catches him in space. Somebody got to save Tony off this ship. Because Nebula is half human, half android. So
Well,
there's
he's not going to die on this.
He's not going to die.
Because
So-
that's the thing though. That would be some Soprano shit to where he like talking to his helmet and
and
then
then
the nigga
die. Yeah. So he's still living. So it's either Captain Marvel catches him somewhere in space.
I thought it would be Captain Marvel
or
that get
Pepper
him out.
Potts uses this suit.
I don't
to
see
track
that
him.
happening, but I could see.
She has a suit that I don't know when it was made. He made all these
Yeah,
suits.
but I definitely see Captain Marvel getting him out.
Yeah.
Or Nebula if Nebula is on the ship with him.
Nebula's on the ship.
But no, they show Nebula on a ship, but they don't show them two
On the
together.
ship. You're right.
They're
That's
not
true.
together.
Yeah, that's
No,
true,
they're
yeah.
not together. He out there by himself.
But you would assume they were because she was on the planet with him.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, Nebula was.
She
the only
was
person-
on the planet with him.
Nebula was the only one that was left on the planet.
Them two was the only ones that made it.
Yeah, because remember
When
she
Thanos
was
snapped his fingers.
Remember,
Everybody
she was
died.
talking. She was talking to Peter when he was like, "Where's Gamora?" And he was like, "She took her to so and so."
Oh yeah,
She was on it, but she crashed her ship into Thanos.
Right.
So I don't know how she gets off of Titan. She was the only one left on there with Tony, and Tony's in the Guardians ship.
Hey,
that they flew there.
let's just look at this shit because the funny part is the more and more I think about it, the bottom line is Thanos whooped everybody ass. Like Thanos gave everybody the bit, and until
But
they
almost had him.
almost
though.
had him.
If it wasn't for Peter Quill, whole
if
ass,
it wasn't for Quill, being a
love
bitch,
struck ass nigga, man.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, bitching up, then
Yeah.
but he beat Hulk into not wanting to come out. And
that's the thing too. That wasn't Hulk. They said Hulk didn't come because in the comics, Hulk didn't pop up because Hulk was pissed that every time I appear, y'all only want me to fight. Like everybody else is who they are. Just walk like he don't just be Hulk.
Right, y'all
Just
want
chilling.
me to come out and be,
Y'all only want me to come out
And
when
Thor
y'all need me.
Thor clapped him at the
Yeah,
end.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then they say that's why Thor is pissed because he should have like
Shoulda aimed for
the
the
way
head.
it broke down to me
No.
was at the beginning of the movie Thor told him you'll pay for it. So Thor pretty much took the macho role like I'm a strike you dead after I talk to you. He could have just shot the motherfucker at his head and been done with it. But because Thor wanted to be on that macho shit, like I told you,
it's
you
a
pay.
movie.
Like,
You gotta do it.
Showtime.
And what if Loki ain't dead?
Oh no, Loki.
Hey,
did.
Loki gone.
Yeah, they already confirmed Loki did. Tom Hiddleston said he was trying to get out of that character for a couple movies. He went out to play Thor.
But no,
And then
he's
Chris
not,
Hemsworth-
But Loki is getting his own show on the Disney streaming channel.
Oh, he might have a show, but his character is dead.
Should have.
No, Tom Hiddleston is playing Loki in a series.
Oh, maybe
On
like
the
a
Disney
prequel. Maybe like a
streaming.
prequel before.
And Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Because Disney is launching. I might have to dump Netflix. Disney is getting their own streaming service next year.
Yeah, and that's
they doing an original series with Falcon and Winter Soldier together, and then Loki is getting his own series, and they said Scarlet Witch might be getting her own one.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
You
low
were
key,
saying.
Netflix about to be over with, but I gotta watch Ozarks. I gotta fuck with Ozarks.
Yeah. Gotta keep fucking with those.
I gotta fuck with Ozarks.
But Netflix been canceling shows left and right here.
But Netflix, I think Netflix only canceled them shows because they going to Disney.
Right, they canceled all the Disney shows.
Yeah, they didn't cancel. They just canceled.
Like they
random
call
shit.
all the Marvel properties they getting rid of.
Yeah,
because
like
Disney own all
Jessica
of them.
Jones definitely about to get up out of there, and I'd be surprised if Punisher season 2 airs on Netflix.
Well, they done with it already. They said it will be on Netflix.
Oh, will be?
I still gotta finish Punisher season 1.
Did you finish Ozark?
Yeah, I finished Ozark.
Oh, okay.
I finished Ozark.
You finished
Ozark
season
was
2?
lit. Yeah, I finished season 2.
I haven't started Daredevil yet because I keep hearing.
I stopped watching it. I didn't like it.
You didn't finish it?
Ozark.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We want to go ahead and get out of here. And I want to thank everybody for being tuned in. Shouts out to those who's been chatting with us on the chat lines. Once again, you can make sure that you hit the
Nothing. Go ahead, finish.
just the abrupt Sopranos.
No, go ahead.
Hey, I don't know. I'll figure it out after the shit.
I gotta go try to get me a nap before work anyway.
So I want to say thank you to everybody that's been tuning in with us, and make sure you hit the subscribe and the notifications to see that when these shows come up. There will be a lot more coming up. I got a video that's going to be releasing on YouTube today, and also got some more that's going to be coming out this week. So keep in tune to everything that's been happening right here on the Real Volcano YouTube page, right here, everything with the Central Media and with Volcano Underground Radio. Got some great things that's going to be happening and coming up. So be looking out for that video. Be looking out for the rest. So for myself, John and Skiz, make sure you drive safely, tip your waitresses, and look up because there's a fire burning way up in the mountain high. Look up in the steam, smoke, or ashes. When the crater starts to blow and the lava starts to flow, then you will surely know that it is a volcano. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See y'all next time. Peace.
Yo, Nick Cannon brought